have my rose-scented candle, picture of a rose, magnificent horse, massage oil, yoga ball, bath salts for the hot tub. You probably think that my husband and I are here for some kind of romantic getaway. Well, actually, we have just checked into the most popular spot for local couples to stay overnight. The Hypno-birthing Centre. ABC, kind of apt for beginning the journey of parenthood. We are so ready. We've got our birth plan right here. We're going to have a water birth in that hot tub. And instead of drugs, we're using hypno-birthing, which employs light touch massage to release natural pain-killing endorphins, deep relaxation during moments of intensity. We don't use the word contraction. And positive imagery, like this rose, to visualize my body opening up, and the horse to remind me that I am as strong as a horse. Horses don't fuss over foaling, they just relax and wait. I'm a rose, opening up, a beautiful, soft rose. Light touch massage from the hubby. Thank you, darling. I see my baby moving smoothly along. I think I'm going to get on my yoga ball. I'm going to go to my happy place. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. I'm young and free, sitting on the beach of a beautiful island along the Great Barrier Reef. Turquoise water shimmers, trees whisper in the breeze. This warm sand trickles through my toes. Heaven! What a shame life just isn't really like that. What actually happened was I was sitting on that beach trying to find a moment's peace from my own squabbling family when suddenly I hear, a full-grown seagull chick was pursuing its parent along the shoreline, its gaping red mouth clamoring insistently until finally, to my delight, the poor pestered parent took off and flew away. Or tried to fly away. The chick gave chase, landing on it in mid-air, forcing it to the ground to continue its relentless squalling. Ever since that day, I have feared parenthood. 6 hours now. I'm at 3 centimeters. I'm as strong as a horse. I am ready to open up. I wasn't always ready. In fact, most of my life I did not want a child, for lots of reasons, but the primary one was guilt. A huge, overwhelming, environmental guilt. When I was in India back in 1988, the net population growth was 1 million people per month. And I'm not even going to go into the whole ozone hole, acid rain, deforestation, habitat loss, species extinction, toxic devastation, climate change debate. Bringing another person onto the planet just seems completely irrational and selfish. But my biological clock persuaded me to try and rationalize anyway. Every fatality on the evening news made me feel a little less guilty about wanting to add. tell you how I felt when the tsunami of 2004 hit. I'll put it this way. I felt less guilty about wanting to have a baby, but more guilty about feeling less guilty. Jesus Christ. If Catholics think they have the corner on guilt, they should try being environmentally conscious. Every paper towel is 3 Hail Marys. Oh, strong, calm, and fearless. Oh God, that hot tub sure looks nice. It took a pregnancy scare for me to realize that my first marriage was over. Scare might be the wrong word. Horror. Utter horror. For 2 reasons. 1, 2, the idea of being forever tied to my then husband was not a happy thought. My cousin Jenny once told me, don't even have sex with a man unless you're willing for him to be the father of your children. I never followed that advice, but obviously, as I was married to a man whom I knew with every ova in my dwindling collection, I did not want to mix my genes with. None of my exes have really had much parent potential. I'll do a musical montage to illustrate my point. Give me head, baby! Oh yeah! Give me head all night long! Red, red wine makes me forget that I'm with you. How I wish I was here. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Then finally I met someone who was not only fun to be with, but had real papa potential. Hey, hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Oh, 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 God. 18 hours. Can I get into the hot tub? No. They don't want me to get too relaxed. Relax, but not too much. Should be easy. I am on the knife's edge of relaxation. You know, working in retail is a great contraceptive. For years, I worked in a lovely big health food store full of earthy mamas and papas in their wild, free-spirited little spawn. One particularly nasty little child often made me question the wisdom of procreation. He insisted on riding in a baby stroller until he was 7, and dominated his poor mother like a petty little tyrant. I asked a co-worker one day, I said, God, what a little shit that kid is. Why does his mother put up with him? They sagely replied, she has no choice. But over the years, I've found lots of ways to rationalize parenthood, to see the earth is an ever-expanding quantity. Atomically speaking, everything that's here will be here until the end of time, so in reality, having a baby is merely a matter of rearranging particles from one form into another. Plus, passing on your DNA gives you a temporary lease on immortality. 24 hours. Oh God, that's nearly 5 marathons. I'm as strong as a horse. I breathe in calm. I breathe out fear. Pitocin. Oh, don't worry. It just intensifies it. Intense moments. Since I was a child, I have wanted to be a professional actor. But when I hit my 30s, I realized I also really liked being in my garden with my dogs and coming home in the evening, cooking dinner with my husband, go to the movies. Theatre schedules rarely afford those luxuries. Besides, most actor memoirs said that movies, fame, and money were nothing compared with how fulfilling parenthood was. I began to think that maybe my life would be more meaningful if I was someone's mama. If I was really important to someone that couldn't just break up with me or pass me over at an audition. I fear having a baby to make my life more meaningful was selfish and naive. But it seemed like a good idea at the time, and eventually I convinced my husband because, as they say, it does take two. Oh, come on, some light touch massage, please. Okay, just stop. It's getting really annoying. I'm a flower, opening, wilting. I'm a horse, relaxing, but not too much. You know, the mental gymnastics are almost as exhausting as the intense moments. Oh, it's better. You know, making a baby can be lots of fun. But it does tend to get less fun as the months and years go by. Plus, assuming a gravitationally beneficial position immediately after sex really breaks the mood. Baby showers were a nightmare of smiling, congratulatory resentment. Shopping for adorable little gifts and booties made me want to weep. And I would have. Right there in the onesie aisle of Target if it wasn't for all those glowing, rotund women around me lording their fertile bellies over my empty, aging paunch. Hours. I've got to progress. If I don't, Doc is telling me she is going to have to do a C-section. A C-section is not in my birth plan. I was so supremely confident I could do this on my own. I don't even really know what that involves. Dumb. Oh. Well, no one can say I didn't believe in it enough. As an actor, I can convince myself of anything. I'm a horse. Oh dear. Oh. We had pretty much given up trying by my 36th birthday. So I began to renew my career plans and apply to grad schools. About a month after my birthday, I was still working as a waitress, which had suddenly become unbearable. I kept bursting into tears at work. And then one afternoon, a delivery man came through the back door. And I could smell his chewing gum from over 50 feet away. Juicy fruit. Instead of chocolate, all I wanted was organic roast beef and organic whole wheat. I can even remember when my last period was. I checked the calendar and went directly to Rite Aid and bought the test. I took it to their public bathroom. Excuse me a moment. Jesus Christ. I remember that day exquisitely. For some reason, I kept taking photos of my feet up in the air against the clouds and the blue sky. Two centimeters? But I was 3 centimeters 30 hours ago! Oh, good grief. It takes a long time to have a baby. Not just the years of trying. Then you have to wait 9 months. When do you have to wait 9 months for anything these days? Amazon can get anything here overnight for just $20. Or you can go with the free Super Saver shipping option if you're willing to wait a week. But you can't get a baby on Amazon or eBay or Craigslist. I checked. Now, Labour, it has taken me 36 hours to get here. And I need to get here. Fucking hypno-birthing! Who says horses feel no pain when they foal? Has anyone even asked a horse? Have you even heard a horse complain about anything? It sure is cold out here today. I hope it's warm and sunny tomorrow. Anyway, I am not a horse. Okay. Keep walking, they say. Time for another lap around the ward. Maybe I should trot. They say that fear is born of ignorance, but I never actually feared childbirth till I attended one. My sister giving birth to my niece was particularly memorable. Over the course of an intense 24-hour labour, she transformed from a cranky, pregnant lady into a frantic, moaning monster. On the way to the hospital, she suddenly remembered what the birth of her first child had been like. She screamed at us, "Stop the car! I've changed my mind. I want to go to the big hospital and get a cesarean immediately." We helped her stick to her plan. We went to the nice local small friendly hospital. There was blood, lots of blood, shit and screaming. In fact, it was a nightmare. Topped off by the fact that she insisted I hold a scalding hot water bottle to her back to ease the pain. Staff told me I had to stop. She was getting severe burns. I told my sister I couldn't keep burning her. She told me I could either put the fucking hot water bottle on her back or go fuck myself and never fucking see her again. Being the unconditionally loving sister that I am, I chose to continue boning her. Now, time's up. Shit! I never got into the hot tub! When my niece finally emerged, I was awestruck. I mean, I had long known where babies came from, but seeing it is something else. It is indescribably astonishing to see a human being emerge from the body of another. I knew then, despite everything, I wanted to become a mother. I have no way of rationalizing or explaining. It just became something I had to do. Or try to do. Here I am. Before she is even born, having to let go of everything I thought it might be. Despite my carefully typed out birth plan, up to my eyeballs in contraction, intensifying drugs, an epidural stuck in my spine, being taken to surgery because apparently I am still not ready. "15 minutes later, as they scrape me out and staple me back together, I gaze across the room at my pink, wriggling daughter. As they wheel her away, I catch her startled dark eyes. She's beautiful, glorious, and I am terrified. I'm gonna get it all wrong.